We're there to help them with their daily activities that maybe they have challenges with. But we're also there to help them live a purposeful,
Sure.
hopefully active. We don't do for them, we do with them because it's important to have a purpose in life, even if you have challenges, health challenges. You're watching A3 Aging Ann Arbor, where we talk about aging and what you need to know. I'm Faye Molitor.
And I'm Sheila Doeden.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back to A3 Aging Ann Arbor. Sheila and I are going to talk about living healthy and staying active and how that is super beneficial for aging purposes. I guess it's just a matter of starting with, staying active and eating right and figuring out what supplements maybe you need. All of those things can enhance your life in a way that, I can't even explain. And I only know it from experience because when you're younger, you don't worry about that stuff.
Right, you don't.
You just kind of eat what you want to eat. And, you don't worry so much about being as active. I know I made some significant changes in my life to make sure that every day is lived pretty active and full, and more so, and also, I should say, mentally engaging as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to continue to be able to do those things, depending on how you choose to do that.
Yeah.
I know when we were younger, raising our kids,
Sure,
we're busier.
Yeah, you are active.
You're a bit more active.
You're forced to be.
Correct.
And then you get older and your kids move on and life gets a little bit more lax, and it then becomes more of an actual choice. You have to make the choice to stay active. And that doesn't mean a lot. People think, okay, exercise means, I have to exercise for a half hour or an hour a day. And some people may choose to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
Right.
You can really take 10 minutes, 15 minutes out of your day, 5 minutes of what they call high intensity interval training. So you get your heart rate up to a point where you could hold a conversation, but it's kind of hard to breathe. The rest of it for me is just kind of weight training to keep my muscles, happy and strong. Because, that is like, I'm worried about not being able to do things. You feel it. You feel it with age. You start feeling the joints and that kind of thing. And the more you move, the less you feel that stuff. So,
and I definitely think that what you ingest can
for sure.
absolutely impact that.
Yeah.
If you're choosing to get away from sugar, carbs, things like that, those all have a major impact on inflammation.
Yeah.
And can cause
Absolutely.
some real issues.
For sure, nutrition is key, 100% key. And you can incorporate really good fats, whether you're vegan or vegetarian or ketogenic, whatever it is you're choosing to do. But
yeah. And you don't want to go too overboard with it, but it has to be in the forefront of your mind, I think.
Sure. It all depends on the person. Some people are completely overboard with everything. That's how they live. So, they'd be like, rah about working out and eating right, and then those are the hyper fit people in the world. Yeah. I'm a little on the over the top, maybe not crazy, but somewhat crazy.
No, you're not crazy.
with the I just can't. It's fun. It is fun once you start really getting into taking care. I couldn't believe the difference in all reality when I hit 50 and how I felt waking up. I was 35 pounds heavier at that time, and waking up and sitting on the edge of the bed and just thinking about getting out of bed was it was painful.
Yeah.
My back hurt. I couldn't put like my pants on standing up.
I remember you
had to
saying
sit
that.
down doing it.
Yeah.
And I was not okay with that. So making that lifestyle change for me was because I just really did not like what was happening to me because of my more sedentary lifestyle and diet.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, my dad's 78 and, he's put on a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
And since, James and I have been really kind of focusing on eating better, being more active, getting the mind moving, I've definitely noticed that Steve has
jumped on the bandwagon too.
A little bit.
He's always been
working
so
at it.
fit and just like kind of vibrant
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
it's only going to make him more vibrant.
Right.
That's very
exactly.
fun. Yeah.
So
very
super cute. Yeah.
Well, the social part of it, like
Yeah.
you said, the mind,
Mm-hmm.
not only staying active, not only eating right, but the aspect of staying somewhat social.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cool. Like this pickleball thing is like a huge thing. It's a new.
I've never played.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. And it is really for us, and I don't know how it is anywhere else. I live in Riverview, Michigan. And in Riverview, they have a pickleball league that Dave and I just joined.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the evenings, and it's for beginners. Dave is not a beginner. I am. I've played the game, but I don't know it as well as Dave, and so I wanted to start with beginner. It is mostly older people, and it's because the pickleball
court.
The pickleball thing. This big. What word am I looking
movement?
for? The pickleball. Yeah, I guess movement. Fad. It's a fad. Is geared towards older people because you're on a smaller court. You don't have to move really quickly from one end to the other like you do playing tennis.
Right.
Or front to back playing tennis. You play in pairs, so it isn't just 1-on-1, it's 2-on-2.
Okay.
And the court's small. And so you're moving, but you're not killing yourself to move.
Yeah.
And so there's less possibilities of injuries and things like that. But it's also super social. And we're meeting people in the community that first of all, we never realized how many people were into this pickleball thing until we joined this league.
That's fun.
And there's so many people. And it's very social as well as very active. So, I mean, looking for things like that in your community.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a ton of them. Our community, page, it's from activities for exercise to art to reading clubs to, just cooking. All of those fun things.
Sure.
So,
yeah, I mean, I think it's the same with Celine. They have the senior center. I mean, I never thought I would even consider going to a senior center.
Yeah.
But at 55, I mean,
sure.
If we're not doing this anymore with senior helpers,
it
definitely is a viable option to meet people.
Sure.
Maybe joining an aerobics aquatic class. I mean, those are all things that are offered, I think, pretty much anywhere you go at a community center.
I think so.
You have to buy a small membership. It's not expensive, but they meet people there. I mean,
you have to become a member of the senior center to
for the community center.
You do?
Yeah,
our community centers, we pay for the classes.
Right.
And some of the workout classes at ours are like you just go, it's a drop-in class, they call it. And you just pay $5 and you work out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like as simple as that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is everywhere else, but yeah.
The ones I've looked at, it's like a 8-week course and you pay a flat fee for the full 8 weeks. But
that's how it is.
I think you have to sign up as a member online to the community center to be able to access the programs that they have available there.
Interesting. Well, it's definitely worth it. So looking into your community resources to see what kind of activities, social and physical and even nutritional, because they have nutritional classes and cooking classes and all that stuff would be an option to stay active and healthy.
Well, and I know you've done the art class with your son.
Oh,
you guys did a
we
series
took
of those,
sketching
which was
class.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was. It
mean,
was super cool and also very social as well.
yeah.
It's funny because, you take these courses and, we're Adam's more artistic than I am. And this was a beginning sketching class. And we just figured we'd walk in and the two of us would be sitting and learning and doing our thing together. But they like kind of force you to be social in those types of forums. And you're sitting kind of in a U shape and everybody has to sit next to each other. So we met people.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually met a gentleman that a really good friend of mine knew. So
Yeah.
you end up finding out that, some of these people are actually connected in some way, shape, or form through another friend or family member, which is super cool.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is cool.
Yeah.
Like when we had Joe on last time, he's
Yeah.
so involved in their community, and is very active
Yeah.
with a lot of different
For years. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
being connected like that is
And he's a
lovely.
swimmer.
Mm-hmm.
So he does a lot of, and that is a really good exercise with age because it's zero impact.
Yeah.
But you are getting so many benefits from it. So
Yeah.
that's another thing he brought up in the last episode, and we're going to bring up again because that is like a huge win-win if you like water.
Yeah.
Because some people don't.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, even if it was as easy as, getting out in your yard and working in your garden, if you're able to do that, if you're not able to do that on the ground, there's possibilities of building like elevated
Sure.
garden beds. So you can still get to them. I kind of like to be on the ground.
Yeah, I love dirt. I do. I love the feel of soil. I love it on my, anyway, in my hands, on my feet. I love nature and it is therapeutic. So that's another thing. Hiking, biking, walking. Walking is so, so beneficial. Pet therapy. If you love pets, get a pet. They keep you young because they make you move.
Yeah, you're figuring that out, aren't you?
I am figuring that out. Although she's getting lumpy because she's kind of a bigger dog.
Uh-huh.
And so as she grows, she's getting more and more lumpy. So we're having to force her to move. It's funny. Anyway.
Well, that's good that you're having to force her to move because it's making you move.
It is.
So
it's
that's
making
a good
us
thing.
Move. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Also, like even technology, that seems to be a daunting thing with a lot of folks that are aging, including myself. But like, kind of nipping that in the bud and going towards it and learning as much as you can learn about some of the technology out there today because the online resources and the things that you can find on YouTube and so many other resources that are out there, it's unlimited. And if you are comfortable learning about how to use that technology to your advantage,
well, it opens up a whole nother world. I mean, it gives you
gosh.
access to outside of where you're sitting. I mean, depending on what you're looking for.
For sure.
There's all kinds of stuff. Like I was really into crocheting a couple years ago, and I found a lot of different YouTube channels that actually showed you how to do it. Like I would stop the video and practice it and then turn the video back on and move forward and repetition. So you're using the cognitive.
Any learning resource that you can about what it is that maybe you've always wanted to do and haven't tried it. Like you said, crocheting or, even watercolors and painting. I mean, anything that even an instrument. I believe my son learned guitar on YouTube, how to play the guitar. So, I mean, that is something that is so readily available to us through technology. And is absolutely something that keeps you vibrant and vital, especially when it has to do with the arts, because, oh man, it's nothing better.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Staying connected and joining groups that are bridge groups or pinochle groups or Scrabble groups or, just game night. You guys do that in your family.
We do.
And I'm contemplating doing that in mine. I have people all over the place, so it's kind of a little more difficult to get people together. But it might be a lure, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to brainstorm that to get, my family and friends together for game night. But that's a huge socializing thing to do, and you guys schedule it out. So
We do.
it is like this date, we're having game night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it lets us all catch up with
Yeah.
each other, find out what's going on. I mean, but there's a lot of stimulation there
Sure.
from, just a lot of backgrounds
Sure.
and a lot of, fun.
Yeah.
But some, life things as well.
Yeah.
So.
It's cool because you have your dad there who's older, and then it goes all the way down to the grandkids sometimes. And so you have, all the generations, and those little ones do keep us young. So he's surrounded by them, and that kind of brings him a little bit of life.
He
too.
loves it.
I know.
He does.
So, yeah, I think that's a lovely thing. So definitely staying connected with family and friends. And making sure that you plan things out.
Yeah.
Not just holidays.
Sure. I mean, even if you can't do it, like our friends during the pandemic, and their kids live in Colorado, and they couldn't physically do game night, in each other's presence, but they would do it on Zoom.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
So,
see, there's the technology thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So even if you can't get together, you use the technology today, and you have FaceTime and Zoom.
Yep.
And so many different options. So if you are all in different areas of the world, you can still connect. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That's super cool. That is super important. Yeah. It is super, and in doing A3 Aging Ann Arbor, the reason we started this podcast is because we wanted to educate people on all different aspects of aging, and not just the challenges that come along with it, but some of the privileges that come along with it. And the privilege is, if you can get out and move still, that you do that and keep yourself vital. If you can still connect with people and keep your brain vital, and your connection and socialization, that keeps you vital and active, and hopefully gives you a long life, very fulfilled life.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm 55. So it's, it looks a bit different now than, like we talked about when we were younger with our kids at home. And maybe it feels like your circle of people is a little bit smaller. Maybe you don't have, as broad of a connection just because you're not doing things with your kids. But, exploring new things would open that up for you.
Sure. Oh, and it absolutely does. I'm a little older than you. I'm 58. So I'm looking at the 60-year-old door there. And man, it's just become a huge privilege for me every day, waking up and feeling good and vibrant, and looking for those sources that are going to help me stay that way. I'm super excited about the pickleball thing, because we're going to, really get to know some of these fun people in the community. And that is so outside of my comfort level. I can't even tell you. I do stay with my little group. I am very much a comfort zone person. And I do feel that getting out of that comfort zone also helps you stay vital and vibrant in whatever way that looks like for you.
Sure.
Number one, I know very little about pickleball, and you know how it is when you go out to do something that you don't know a lot about. You feel like you're going to look stupid, or you're going to be gorpy out there. My husband's super coordinated and fit, and I'm fit but not so coordinated. I'm more like olive oil. So it's awkward, but it's good. It's good to spread your wings. When I was younger, there's no way I would have done that.
Sure.
I just didn't have it in me, and now I'm really happy about the fact that at least my mentality has changed in the aspect of run towards the fear.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No, and
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think that, having a particular mindset
Yeah.
every day, you can train your brain to
Mm-hmm.
maybe think a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of tuning into that and
Yeah.
paying attention to it,
It's a choice.
and being mindful
Yep.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that as you get older, it's easier to maybe be like more enveloped, and get inside your own head.
Uh-huh.
So if you can spend some time,
Yeah.
making sure that you're not doing that, and that you're opening yourself up to other
Sure.
things, and reflecting,
Yeah.
with a purpose, maybe.
It's super cool. And that's what we say to, our clients when we're working with them is that, we're there to help them with their daily activities that maybe they have challenges with. But we're also there to help them live a purposeful,
Sure.
hopefully active. We don't do for them, we do with them
Mhm.
because it's important to have a purpose in life, even if you have challenges, health challenges. So we're just our purpose for you and me, because we see that on the daily, is to keep ourselves as vibrant as long as we can. And that's why we're having this conversation today, so that
Absolutely.
we can help other people, um, with in doing that too,
Yeah,
and living a very healthy life.
and bringing them some joy.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
so
Today we just wanted to really base it on healthy lifestyle and activity, and how important living an active, healthy lifestyle is in the aging process.
if you need any help or have any questions about what we talked about or anything, please feel free to reach out to us.
We would very, very much appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. This episode was sponsored by Senior Helpers Ann Arbor. That was A3 Aging Ann Arbor, your source for all things aging.
Please like, share, and subscribe for more episodes. Thanks for watching.
This episode was sponsored by Senior Helpers of Ann Arbor.